Well, we're going to turn things upside down here on lesson number 6. If you'll look on that page, you'll see a picture down here. This is a screen capture of a rational function graphed on a graphing calculator. And I've made a rough picture of it here. It has a hole at 1, it has a horizontal asymptote at 3, it has a vertical asymptote at -2, and it has a root at -4. Now all these things can be easily identified right off of this graph here, off this picture on this front page. Now at the top of that page it gives you a little summary, which I've sort of halfway done here, of the things you can pick off of this picture, and it will help you make the graph. By the way, this is going to be the answer to the problem down here. I'm going to show you how we get this answer. One of the first things you look for is roots. It's only got one. That's where it crosses the x-axis. So what you do is, you were thinking backwards now on the previous lessons where the roots of the numerator gave the roots of the function. So that goes in the numerator, and it's x minus a -4, and so this root gives that right there. Vertical asymptotes, you see we have a vertical asymptote here at -2. If you remember from the previous lessons, that came from the roots of the denominator. And so it's x minus a -2, and that puts the x plus 2 on the bottom. Okay. Holes. This one has a hole at 1. So do you remember we kept saying in the previous lessons, if you have a factor on top and a factor on bottom that cancel, that means there was a hole. So we've got a hole at 1, so you say x minus 1 over x minus 1. Now don't cancel them, leave them in here so we can see it. But if you did proceed, they would cancel, of course. So this specifies it as a hole. Now, the only thing left to find is this a number. That's called a. That's that steepness factor, and there's 2 ways to find it. If it's a horizontal asymptote, as we have here, we have a horizontal asymptote at 3, that 3 is simply the a number. Just drop it in right there. If you have a slant asymptote, that a number would be the slope of the slant line. It's just that simple. So that's how you collect all your information, put it in here, and if you don't believe me, I'd suggest you do this. Put this function in the graphing calculator, it'll produce this picture. Now one thing the graphing calculator won't do, it won't show you a hole. You just have to know the hole is there. The graphing calculator will not show you that.